Hi guys, welcome to Chugging Along. I'm Sam.
And I'm Tim.
Welcome to our channel and welcome to today's video. So first we want to say thank you so much guys for your comments on our last video where we discovered our dream canal town of Nantwich. And we did see a possible future for ourselves there, but we've decided to continue with our journey as we are getting a lot closer to our destination.
That's right, if you're new here, we are doing a long narrowboat trip from Thiel to Llangollen with our goal firmly set on travelling over the two big aqueducts in Wales.
In this week's video, Marielle takes off her blouse as we finally get our Cratch cover repaired. It needed a new zip, and also there was a small rip that needed to be repaired too, because Tim pulled up too quickly up against a high bank on the South Oxford Canal when he spotted some donkeys in a field and was obviously very overexcited at the prospect of meeting them and engaging in conversation.
I know, I was, and you know what, the donkeys weren't even friendly, like it wasn't even worth it. We'll also be turning off the Shropshire Union Canal as we make our way onto the famous Llangollen Canal and make our way to the England-Wales border.
So you want to stick around in this video as we get acquainted with some ferocious locks and have our biggest knock yet. Guess whose fault that was?
I know, those donkeys are back at it again, I tell you. So let's get started with today's cruise, where we were in this beautiful spot just south of Nantwich. The weather quickly cleared up and we were away. Soon after that, we went under a railway bridge.
Everything still looked beautiful as we approached Nantwich town centre. There's a decent amount of mooring right in town that's on a raised bank in a decent position for solar.
We know we have some bigger aqueducts coming up, but that doesn't mean we can't appreciate the Nantwich aqueduct. It goes over a busy road like the Selly Oak aqueduct in Birmingham. It's always a concept that will amaze me, travelling over something on a boat. We then turned a corner and stopped off to pop off the Cratch cover as the Cratchers were around the corner. We're not sure if the job title of a Cratch cover repairer is called a Cratcher, but it should be.
It didn't take Tim long to pop the Cratch cover off. Marielle looked so strange without it on. Those red rectangles are usually invisible to us, so it was interesting to see her with more splashes of red. The company that repaired our Cratch cover is called Cratch Covers and Canopies, and they operate out of this green building near Nantwich Marina. They fixed it within 30 minutes and we paid 60 quid. They did a nice job adding a patch over the rip and replacing the broken zip with a brand new one.
It was like a duvet cover, easy to take off, yet somehow impossible to put back on without losing your temper. We got there though. Marielle was shivering for half an hour.
We then set off, leaving Nantwich towards Hurlston Junction. Tim had learnt his lesson from the donkeys and didn't want to stop here to meet these horses.
Hi there.
Hey.
The Shroppy got incredibly wide at this point. This is surely one of the biggest winding holes on a narrow canal. Comment below if you know a bigger one.
With more stunning views, we were sad to leave the Shroppy behind, but it was now time to turn on to what they say is the most beautiful canal of the lot. Thomas Telford's moment of genius.
The canal was built to of course move boats, but also to move water from Wales into the north of England. That's why the locks have heavy bywashes. And this is why we ended up sideways. It was like a whirlpool here.
Behind that Teletubbies hill there is the Holston Reservoir.
We got up the 4 Hurlstone locks, and then it was time for us to top up our water tank, which we hadn't done since Wolverhampton. We usually do it every 2 weeks.
There it is, bridge number 1 on the Llangollen Canal. And as soon as you go up those locks, it feels like you're in another world. It feels really separate to the rest of the system. The Kennet and Avon also feels like that.
Look at this boat here. What does it remind you of? It reminds me of a Cyberman from Doctor Who.
The countryside was lovely, but we had been warned about these locks. Tim was advised to cruise in quickly.
And there was the big bang. I was vigorously turning the tiller bar, and in doing so I accidentally knocked the keys and switched off the engine, thus making us crash quite hard. I quickly learned that I was also travelling a bit too fast into the locks as well.
Attempt number 2 wasn't perfect. Still going in a bit too fast.
Third time lucky. I'm not saying I deserve an award for that because, you know, the first 2 weren't great. I think I took the man's advice a bit too literally. Yes, the bywashes are ferocious, but really all you need to do is just pay extra attention. You don't need to go that much faster. My tip is to go with your gut and concentrate, but then you probably shouldn't really listen to my advice.
After the Badley locks, it was then time to moor up for the night. We were near the village of Wrenbury, but we were too tired to go and have a look around the village. So, we want to say sorry that there'll be no village diaries this week. It's a shame because Wrenbury looks like a good one too. That's the end of today's cruise, with a couple of knocks, a newly repaired Cratch cover, and also turning onto a new canal. So, Tim, it's time for those all-important cruising statistics.
Right, good. Thank you very much, Sam. Right, so let's have a look then, shall we? So, these statistics are over 1 day of cruising, where we did 8 miles and 8 locks, and that was all in 6 hours, thus giving us an average speed of 1.3 miles an hour. Our trip average is now 1.66 miles an hour. We're trying to get there on a 1.5. It looks like that is definitely possible, and it now means we've done 222 over 269 miles.
Join us next week as we continue our adventures on this stunning canal. Will we make it to Wales? You'll have to wait and see.
Thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. And remember, no matter what you do in life, you've got to keep chugging!